It's the largest city on the Mediterranean seaboard.
It's medieval, modern, and everything in between.
And we mean everything. Whoever said the world's a stage must have been talking about this place. Welcome to Travelers in Barcelona.
Hello world, I've been waiting for a chance to see your face. Oh, hello world, I am ready for a different kind of place. And I'm flying to somewhere else, 'cause I'm searching for something else. And I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land. Oh no, yes, I'm leaving, I don't know where I'm gonna land.
Welcome to Travelers in Spain. I'm Michelle Kruzik.
I'm Barbara Alvarez.
And I'm Patrick Michael.
We're in Barcelona, Spain's second largest city, just 95 miles south of the French border on the northeastern coast of the country. Barcelona is the capital of Catalonia, a region which has its own culture and language.
Barcelona can trace its roots back 2,000 years to when it was first founded by the Romans. But unlike any other Spanish city, it wears its history on its sleeve. From its Gothic temples to its modernistic marvels, this city's famous for a mixture of art and architecture that spans thousands of years and has inspired artists like Miró and Picasso.
But the heart of Barcelona can be found within its people. They're as diverse and full of contrasts as the city itself. The great Catalan poet Joan Maragall once described the city as La Gran Hechicera, or the Great Enchantress. The phrase stuck, and we're going to show you why. Welcome to Travelers.
Muy orgullosa de ser barcelonés, y creo que para nosotros es la mejor ciudad del mundo.
Muy bien. He thinks Barcelona is the best place in the world, or the best city in the world, and the people of Barcelona love living here and they're very proud of their city.
Tienes mar, tienes montaña y luego no necesitas casi metro. Si quieres desplazarte andando, puedes hacerlo. Eso es delicioso.
She absolutely loves Barcelona. It's her favorite place and she wouldn't leave here. You have the ocean, you have the mountains, you don't have to drive, you can walk everywhere.
I like the way of life here. It's very nice going through the streets and feeling the life. I mean, it's different from other cities in Europe, it seems.
Como la gente de aquí en Cataluña, muy abierta, que te ayuda, que te enseña los lugares. Bien, muy buena gente.
The people of Barcelona are warm, friendly, open, they're always eager to help, they're good people. ¿Picasso no fue de aquí?
Picasso era malagueño. Picasso vivió en Barcelona también.
Picasso lived in Barcelona. Gaudí, ¿quién más?
Bueno, hay muchos pintores.
Miró, Salvador Dalí. All of these artists were from here. They have a very rich artistic heritage.
O sea que se hace de todo como en el mundo, pero entendimiento hay poco.
I'm gonna go get a dictionary real quick.
Do you need some help?
Yes.
What is it that you'd like to know?
Everybody calls this city the Great Enchantress. ¿Por qué?
Le dicen Barcelona la gran hechicera.
Sí.
¿Por qué, en su opinión? ¿Por qué?
Porque es sabia, sabe de todo, estamos en el mundo.
Barcelona knows everything. It's got a wisdom.
Hey, well, how can I get a hat? I want a hat.
¿Quieren que usted le haga un sombrero y quiere vender el suyo?
Esto sí, esto
¿Lo vende? He'll sell you his. It's lovely. Yeah. It's you.
Yeah? Yeah?
The Catalan character has always been different from the rest of Spain in everything, from art to music to architecture. Modernism, a style of architecture pioneered by Antoni Gaudí, found its home here in Barcelona. Gaudí's creations, like the one right behind me, are definitely unmistakable, and his style is signature Barcelona.
What's this monument called?
¿Cómo se llama este monumento?
Bueno, estamos delante de la Sagrada Familia, que es el edificio que Gaudí construyó durante toda su vida.
This is the monument and the building that Gaudí constructed for 40 years of his life, and for the last 12 years worked only on this. It's called La Sagrada Familia, or the Sacred Family. The Sagrada Familia is Barcelona. It is their pride and joy. It is the last building that Gaudí, the famous architect, worked on before he died. Patrick and I had the privilege of being given a tour by one of the architects that is working on the project right now.
Un elemento, una flecha, que uniera la tierra con el cielo.
When Gaudí saw this tower for the first time without the scaffolding, he said, "This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted an element or an arrow that unites the heavens with the earth."
A la vida, al nacimiento de Jesús, a la naturaleza.
It's a prayer to life, to the birth of Jesus Christ, to nature.
Un canto a la hermandad de todo el mundo y a la Iglesia Universal.
To brotherhood, to the Universal Church. There are people that think that the Sagrada Familia is a work of art, that it's the work of a genius. And then there are people that think that the Sagrada Familia is the most ridiculous piece of architecture and that it makes no sense. There are so many things that caught my eye in that temple. At the base of these giant columns were these giant turtles, like sea turtles. I saw on one arch a turkey right next to the Nativity. Way at the top of one of the spires was a cluster of oranges. But when the architect explained to us that that symbolizes, or was meant to symbolize, the gifts that the Holy Spirit gives to each and every one of us, I thought, well, that's pretty cool. He was an original.
We will take the lift to go to scaffolding.
Okay.
Please. Quizá al 2050, 2060.
They're projecting that they'll be finished with the project around 2050, 2060.
Ciertamente lo aman mucho. Primero porque es obra de Gaudí y segundo porque
They love it because first of all it's one of Gaudí's projects or one of his works.
Segundo porque forma parte de su historia.
And it also forms part of their history.
Sus bisabuelos vieron construir la fachada del nacimiento cuando aquí al lado no había ninguna casa.
Their great-grandparents watched as the Nacimiento facade was constructed when there was nothing else in this area but this.
Seguro que se preguntaban, ¿qué están haciendo aquí en medio?
They were probably asking themselves, what are they doing? Sometimes when they say something is taking very long or something is dragging out, they'll say, oh, that's taking longer than the completion of La Sagrada Familia.
It's so massive that they've broken it down into just parts. If a generation can just finish one part, they feel like they've lived a good life, you know? The scary thing about that to me is that, you know, by the time you finish it, you'll have to go back to the first thing you did and fix it.
Se ve la fachada de la Pasión y se contemplan.
Fauli explained to us that the really incredible thing about this particular project, La Sagrada Familia, is that when you look at it on paper, it makes no sense. As you can see, this is a plaster model, and right behind us, they're building the same exact thing. Somehow, Gaudí knew how to build it, and with his plaster casts and his plaster miniatures, he was achieving that.
Si solo lo hubiese dibujado y no hubiese hecho modelos de yeso, en estos momentos no sería posible interpretarlo y construirlo.
If he had not made those plaster molds, if he had just designed it on paper, there would be no way that they could have carried this project out.
Y sabemos que estamos dentro de un proyecto más tan grande que supera la vida de cada persona.
He says that he'll see parts and we'll see parts completed. And we also know that we are part of a larger project, or of the larger picture of a project that goes further than just our simple life.
Well, obviously you guys have a lot of work to do, so I should let you get to work.
Obviamente tiene mucho trabajo, así que le vamos a dejar, pero muchas gracias por el tour que nos ha dado.
Thank you for your visit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Learn to dance la sardana. Coming up next on Travelers. Although Spain is known for the flamenco, the national dance of Catalonia is called the sardana. Here in the Gothic quarters, right in front of the cathedral, every Sunday you'll see hundreds of people dancing. Anyone can join in, but don't be fooled by this simple-looking dance. It takes a lot of fancy footwork. Come on, let's join in.
Here? Okay, I gotta get in the middle.
They say everybody can join in, but that's a lie. First of all, they don't want you to join in if you don't know what you're doing. And when you do join in, you better know what you're doing. And you realize that it takes a lot more than just that one Sunday. You gotta come in for a few Sundays and watch.
The people behind us are saying
We're looking. I thought this was going to be a real hooping and hollering kind of jumping around dance. They're very, very serious about this. Come on, we can do that. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh, you're getting ready to do something else.
I think the next step is the same thing, but just higher.
Oh, down. Oh, no.
Oh, it's not over yet. Oh.
I think, you get out on the dance floor and you sort of dance, you move to the music, whatever way you want to. This one, you move like I move, okay? Or go somewhere else.
9 tiradas distintas, son dos pasos. Hay pasos cortos y hay pasos largos. Entonces tiradas son grupos de pasos.
Ya entiendo. The sardana is composed of 9 groups of steps. Okay. 9 different groups of steps.
Entonces hay que estar contándola desde que empieza.
You have to start counting from the minute the dance starts. And I'm trying to get instructions on how to do it, but he's so busy counting he can't talk.
It's just kind of intimidating. You look across the circle expecting to see, sure, jump on in. And it's, hey, can't you see him on step number 64 here? Oh no, hey Barbara.
Oh, he's on 61, step number 61, 62, 63.
Is this aerobics class?
I don't know. But it's getting quicker. Oh, the guy.
Cuándo se instauró, no lo sé. Sé que ahora se está volviendo a promocionar más, pero no tengo ni idea de dónde viene. Sí. Sí.
She believes that the dance, the sardana, is a very ancient dance. Around the time of Franco, which was a dictator here in Spain, when she was born, they weren't allowed to speak their language and they weren't allowed to practice their customs or their traditions. But now things are very free and the sardana is starting to come back into style.
Joyas sardanistas que son profesionales, ya saben bailar, sin embargo otros son aficionados, entonces ahí se puede coger cualquiera.
Anyone's allowed to join in, but usually the people that come are people that know how to dance, are fans of the dance, or are professionals. You can come out to dance, but you have to know the dance before you come out to dance.
It was a very beautiful dance because everybody's got their hands up and everybody looks really refined and very proud. But then you later learn that the refinement is coming from concentration and strain of counting.
De la dama. Ya sé. When you want to join this sardana circle, you never just join anywhere. You join at the right of the woman.
Barbara introduced me to a man named Ramon, who thankfully could explain some of the dance to me.
La sardana se compone de pasos cortos y pasos largos.
Sardana is composed of small steps or short steps and long steps.
Okay.
Los pasos cortos se bailan con los brazos abajo.
The short steps are danced with the arms down.
adheridos y queremos la tierra.
And this means when they have their arms down, it means that they love the earth.
Rogamos a Dios que nos ayude, nos dé ánimos y fuerzas para seguir progresando.
And when they dance the long steps or the long groups of steps, they raise their arms in prayer to God, asking for strength and for help to continue to prosper. ¿Por qué aquí? ¿Por qué este baile llegó aquí? ¿Por qué es tan popular aquí?
Porque aquí en Cataluña somos muy especiales y somos muy tradicionales y nos gustan estas cosas porque esto es amor y hermandad.
Here in Catalonia, they're very special people. They love love and they love brotherhood. And this is a very traditional dance and it promotes all of those things. A famous Catalan poet named Joan Maragall once said that the sardana is the most beautiful dance that you can dance or undance.
Because I think I undanced it, if you want the
truth. I think you did. And so did we.
So you can walk down this incredible European street, see all these incredible acts, buy some flowers, and a guinea pig.
Coming up next on Travelers. It's a beautiful Sunday and we're at the north end of what is by far Barcelona's most famous street, the Ramblas. This 1 mile walkway runs down the center of Barcelona to the sea, and it's been said that no other stretch of asphalt in the world captures the heartbeat of a city like the Ramblas does.
On any given day of the week, you'll find musicians, artists, vendors, and tourists enjoying what's come to be known as Barcelona's largest free theater. This street is such a part of life here that there's actually a verb in Catalan that means to stroll the Ramblas or ramblejant.
Wow. Coffee?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I met a girl named Celia who's a performer there on the Ramblas. And one morning, my guide Elena and I went to meet her as she went to work. And we got there before the Ramblas really got going.
No sé cómo explicarlo, tiene solera, ¿no? And we join it because it has... Tiene encanto, tiene magia, ¿no? It's like magia, it's like magic.
When I first met her, she was very, very shy. She was very quiet. As we walked to work, she starts describing life in Barcelona. This is her home, this is where she grew up. And being a student, this is how she supports herself. How long have you been working out on the Ramblas?
Since October.
¿Octubre? Yeah. You like it? ¿Te gusta?
Sí.
¿Qué es esto? What's all this?
Blackbirds.
Actually, it's kind of weird because the street's known throughout the world. But the things that it's known for are flower shops, pet shops, and street performers. So you can walk down this incredible European street, see all these incredible acts from human statues to people playing instruments, buy some flowers, and a guinea pig.
Perdona.
Oh?
Me parece que voy a ir ahí un momento.
She goes in that part.
Here? You want to work in here?
Sí, aquí.
Okay, aquí.
Aquí.
And she picks a spot out on the Ramblas, whichever looks busy and open, accessible and in the shade, sets up shop.
So, do you think you are falling in love with Barcelona?
It's a little early for me to fall in love with Barcelona yet. I want to see
tomorrow.
some more. Tomorrow? I'll be tomorrow. She gets up there and completely transforms into another person. As she starts applying the makeup, you can see her whole personality shift. I mean, it's just unreal. She stops talking, her confidence comes alive, this whole persona takes over her. It's a sickness. I have to tell you, you look completely different.
like a different person.
Estás completamente diferente, como otra persona.
Let me see.
Double personality.
Gotcha. I have some friends like that. The idea to her is that this job is freedom. You can work when you want to. I mean, obviously, sometimes are better than others, but there's no one telling you what time to be at work. She's got that sort of free-spirited, I'm a student, and this is how I'm going to do it.
Are you finished? Are you?
Oh, you're going to get more.
I think this personality thing is.
Eres otra personalidad ahora. Yes.
This personality thing throws me.
Well, then I better say goodbye while you can still say goodbye.
Thank you. Adiós.
Muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias.
I know where to find you. And look, I have change.
Hitting new highs
And reaching new heights. Next on Travelers.
There's a place right outside of Barcelona called Montserrat, and Patrick and Michelle and I had heard about it. We had a holiday, and on holidays everyone leaves the city, so we decided to go out there.
Montserrat is a very sacred place to Catalonia. This is where the image of their patron saint is kept, and a lot of people come up all the time because there's a famous boys' choir that performs there.
Tell me about the boys' choir. How long has it been here?
Well, actually, it's the oldest choir institution in the world. It started in the 12th century, just as a group of boys that, conducted by a monk, that sang with the pilgrims that came here. And that's how the Escolania started. There were boys that came from all around the mountain, the towns around the mountain, and that's how it started. Nowadays, there are 48 boys. They receive a musical, humanistic, intellectual formation here for 4 years. They enter when they're 10 years old. They leave when they are 14 years old.
So they live right here?
They live right here.
What's their life like here?
Oh, it's quite normal. I mean, they just have a very intense schedule. They get up at about 6 o'clock, they study, they have breakfast, they have, all along the morning they have their normal classes, and during the afternoon they have their musical classes. They sing the prayer of the Salve at 1 o'clock every day. It's not just a concert, it's a prayer. They're not here to become monks, they're just here to sing and let's say, underline this aspect of liturgy, of celebration.
spot isn't just a religious retreat. It's a very popular place for a lot of athletes. You'll see bikers, backpackers, joggers, you name it.
One of the many things to do is go rock climbing. So with our guide Javier, we're gonna get on the funicular, head to the top of the mountain, and give it a shot.
Oh, that's a big drop. Get away from there.
These are the gorros.
These are the hats.
Yes.
We're gonna
Okay,
climb
that looks
those?
like hats. The right one. Gorro Frigi.
Oh, that's funny.
Right, yeah. Gorro Frigi. And this one is called La Preñada. That means
The pregnant woman.
Yes, pregnant woman.
Or the pregnant female.
We think it looks like a gorilla.
The La Preñada.
Yeah. Do you think?
Perhaps.
What's that little house right there?
It's a chapel. It's as well a refuge, a hut for climbers. Here is perhaps is the main center in Spain for free climbing. Many people practice free climbing, but I think it was born here in San Benet. This area is called San Benet.
So we're walking along with Javier and he's pointing out the names of all these mountains and we're just gawking and totally, you know, just taken away by the beauty of all this place. And then he stops and goes, okay, we climbed this one. And I just started to bust out laughing because I was like, you're kidding, right?
This is practice, huh? Okay, come on, come on.
All right, so
you guys are tough, right?
Here is rock climbed before, right?
Not like this, no way.
What if you fall?
Sorry,
What if you fall? You see that, guys?
No problem. We are
No problem.
we are using the rope and the harnesses for avoiding these sort of problems. I haven't any accident in my curriculum.
Oh, that's good.
So you are in good hands. I think so.
I think.
I have to use my legs because the leg is more strong than the arms. So you have to put the foot and use the leg. Using your foot is so easy like this.
He makes it look like a walk in the park.
He's like a bug. He just sort of touches the wall and climbs right up it.
You don't need to be very strong with your hands, with your arms, you know.
I had no business going rock climbing. I can't even climb stairs, much less climb a rock. A rock that goes straight up, just straight. No incline, nothing.
Cuidado.
Sí.
Tienes que mirar dónde van los pies. Tienes que fijarte y ponerlo en algún sitio. Bájalo más, que tú veas dónde
I'm
va.
ready to come down now.
Then we put on some serious gear. Belts, harnesses, helmets, shoes, and we started climbing.
No, not like this. Not exactly like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Take the 8 off, go through, and around, and clip it in.
Perfect. You need to get fat.
I have to get fat. I've been trying.
Bárbara. Más relajada. No así.
He's telling me to relax.
Not like this.
I just had a really hard time with this. And then Patrick was in charge of my life from down below. And while I trust Patrick and all, he was a novice at this too. You know, this was the first time for all of us. So I'm screaming, Patrick, hold on, please. I'm like a mess. I'm a wreck.
When I first started, I pretty much just took a big breath and I just went for it. And there was this wind that just entered my body and just decided, I'm on a mission. I'm gonna climb this mountain, I'm gonna get up to the top. Okay.
Perfect.
It's like this mountain is saying, you know what, you can't climb me, you can't get up here. And this sport says, yes, I can, and you really feel like you're conquering this mountain, like you're You're really victorious when you do it.
Slowly and good. Not with hands, less usual.
The minute you start to climb, your breathing changes. The minute you start moving your hands, you're really breathing heavy. And you're not even tired, it's just your heart racing to keep up with what's going on in your mind.
¿No? Aunque tenga la cuerda.
Yeah.
I'm out of space, kiddos.
Yay. Are you all the way up?
Woo! So it puts you in this little elite group, you know? Hey, I climbed a mountain today. I did it with these ropes and harnesses and... Oh, you didn't? Well, let me tell you what it's like.
Although you do look like a telephone man, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm here to put your cable in.
Woohoo!
I hope you don't mind me saying that.
Yeah, ma'am, the problem's in your antenna up there.
Woohoo! Welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Very fun.
Yay, Javier! You're an excellent teacher.
Oh,
Thank you
you are
so
excellent pupil.
Up next on Travelers, a taste of the Mediterranean. I've asked for a taste. Barcelona's a Mediterranean city, so naturally, seafood's a very big part of the diet here. I'm with Ahmed, manager of El Rey de la Gamba, one of the oldest and most popular port restaurants, or restaurants on the port. And I just thought I'd step into the kitchen, help them with their evening rush, and learn a little bit about Catalan cooking in the process. ¡Qué lindo! ¿Qué es esto?
Son gambas a la plancha.
This is grilled shrimp. ¿Y esto qué es?
Es el pan tostado con tomate y aceite.
Esto es muy típico de aquí, de
Es
Barcelona.
el típico de Cataluña, sí.
This is very, very traditional here in Catalunya. It's called pan tomata, ¿no?
Sí, pan con tomate. Sí.
Pan con tomate, or bread with tomato. And basically what they do is they toast bread and then they take a tomato and spread it all over the bread.
No, pero eso no lleva carne, solamente marisco.
Ah.
Eso lleva gamba, sepia, gambas, sepias, cigalas.
Entonces son típicas de aquí, de Cataluña.
Sí.
These paellas are typical of Catalunya, or this region of the country. They don't have meat of any sort. No beef, no rabbit, just seafood. These are called chipirones, and they're tiny, tiny little calamari. And as you can see, they bread them and fry them, eyes, heads, and all. Let me see if I can pull one out so you can see it. There's one.
Por eso tenemos una plancha súper grande para poder servir toda la calidad que queremos.
As you can see, the grill in the restaurant is much bigger than any other part of the kitchen. And the reason for that is because in Catalunya, the most popular way to eat seafood is grilled, or any kind of food. They usually grill their foods. It's a very popular way to eat. The only ingredients on this grilled seafood are olive oil and a little bit of salt. No sauces, nothing to cover up the taste. They like the taste of the actual seafood. As I stood in the kitchen and asked him to tell me about different dishes, my mouth just watered. It all looked so delicious and so fresh, and it smelled amazing. Sí, la quiero probar. ¿Me deja probar? I've asked for a taste. ¿Aquí mismo?
Sí, aquí mismo. La puedes probar. Mira que se
Estará
quema.
bien caliente, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces el marisco menos hecho.
Menos hecho.
People here like to eat their seafood just slightly underdone.
Perdón. Como ves aquí, está caliente, no puedo.
Sí, está muy caliente.
Porque
It's
está muy
very
caliente.
hot.
Eso es una ración nuestra de gamba.
That's one order. Here in Barcelona, nothing goes to waste. You're supposed to suck the contents out of the head. Shrimp scampi is probably one of my favorite dishes. I love shrimp and I love garlic, so that combination is just awesome to me. They made a shrimp scampi in that kitchen that just was to die for. It was amazing. Very hot. I'm gonna have to wait a couple minutes.
Y lo puedo enfocar la plancha de aquí como trabaja. Cada momento que tenemos más clientes, más se ocupa la plancha, más se llena la plancha.
Divino. Divine. The kitchen was crazy. It was a weeknight, and that's what was most interesting to me, that on a weeknight the restaurant could be this packed and this happening. Enjoy.
¿Esto qué es? ¿Langosta?
Bogavante.
Bogavante.
Sí.
This is called bogavante, some type
Aquí
of
lo
lobster. He's putting up a fight.
Sí, tiene mala leche.
Mala leche. He's cranky, Mohammed says. He's crabby. No pun intended.
Está vivo, se mata aquí.
So they just prepare it right here for their customers.
Sí.
I am so sorry.
Ahora lo llevan a la plancha para el cliente.
To the grill.
Venga, a la plancha.
Wow. There it is. There's our little friend. He's the one that was swimming around in the tank a couple of minutes ago, and in a few minutes he's going to be headed toward the table. There he is.
Trae cubierto, ¿no?
Oh. I guess I get to eat him. ¿Cómo se hace? ¿Solo así? Ay,
Sí.
mira, qué jugoso. Ooh,
Sí.
it's very juicy.
¿Está bueno?
Riquísimo. ¿Quiere?
Sí. No tengo, ¿eh?
Mohammed was fun, he was friendly, he's not Catalan, which is interesting, but he seemed very proud of his adopted city, Barcelona.
Pero luego me ha gustado la vida aquí y me quedé aquí trabajando.
He came here as a student, but he loved Barcelona so much he decided to stay here.
Es una ciudad que tiene un ambiente siempre, durante el invierno, es muy importante.
As you can see, life here is a little bit different. It's a weekday and still people are out. They love to go outdoors, they love to walk around, they love to hang out. There's always something going on. There's a lot of ambiance here. We'd better go. There are a lot of people waiting for their food and we have to get back to the kitchen.
Vamos a cocinar.
Where I come from, people build models or they do gardening, not human towers.
Coming up next on Travelers.
Up until about 1860, Barcelona was still a walled city. Now, legend has it that one of the ways it protected itself against invaders is by building these human towers, which were actually tall enough to look over the wall.
Although the wall around the city fell a long time ago, this tradition hasn't. It's still practiced around festival time. These castellers, or human towers, can be made up of hundreds of people, men, women, and children, who practice this unique form of acrobatics all year round. It's incredible. The group that we met was one of many in Catalonia. They're called the Sons. I asked if they compete against other castellers or other human towers, and they said that the sport of castellers, or the art form, is not for competition. You're really competing against yourself. You want to improve your personal best. Right now, they've achieved up to 7 stories of people. They're working on an 8th story.
And why do you do this?
Like a hobby. Like a hobby. It's a hobby for us. It's a folklore tradition.
think that's one of the things that makes the world big. That you think, you know, they don't do that in my neighborhood.
You go that high?
Yes.
Do you get scared? How old are you?
7.
7. And how about you guys? Scared?
Si tens por.
Yo. Yes.
Yes? A little. In most instances, parents are the ones who say, don't do that, you're going to kill yourself. But in this case, the parents are the ones going, go ahead, try it out. And it's neat to see that relationship because all of a sudden the parents are really proud because their kids are doing this amazing, incredible human feat.
¿Has caído alguna vez?
Bastante.
See? She's fallen quite a few times, she says.
You never got hurt, right?
¿Te has hecho daño?
Oh, pero un día me rompí el diente.
See? One time she broke a tooth.
Wow. Did somebody catch her?
¿Y alguien te agarró cuando caías? Yes, someone caught her.
Oh, me? Oh, no. I have to keep it on for them.
Like that, yeah, you know?
Primers segons laterals de dintre, segons laterals de tercers vents, tercers laterals, taps.
Yeah, over the arm, like this. Oh, okay. And put my head there.
Vinga, va! Aquí, Marta.
When you're in the pile, they don't want you to look up because if someone does fall on you, they'll hit you right in the face, snap your head off. That's the end. But I couldn't help, you know, the peak. I mean, there are people climbing up your back to get way up on this tower. I gotta see what's going on. So I'm kind of peeking around this way to look up there. And the whole time somebody keeps going, hey, stop it. But you can't help it. You gotta know what's going on up there. They play music that signifies the changes. When another level is being added, they play different music, and the music builds to this crescendo when they're finally on top, and then as they start to come down, the music starts to come down as well. So you don't really have to look to know what's going on once you know the music.
You get a sense that they're family members, but they don't know each other. But because of this experience, you feel like they become a family. And when you become a part of it, you feel really pulled in into the sense of group, into the sense of community.
Mentre la canteu, home.
Sí o no?
Molt bé.
Straight? Okay. And then I slide down.
Yo también.
Oh, okay.
Now, don't we toss her around? Sí, sí.
Yo tengo una cama cargada.
Wow!
They practiced for a really long time, and we arrived while it was still light out, and they practiced well into the night.
What's in it for you, though? I mean, just to come out here and let people climb on you. Why do you do it?
For me, it's very nice because people from different ideologies, different works, different classes, you can say, we are doing the same thing together, and we are together doing this. And for me, it's very nice.
Well, it's the end of another trip.
We've done a lot.
Yes, we have. And what do you guys think of Barcelona?
I'm actually a little confused. I mean, I found a great Spanish city, but no bullfights, no flamenco, get it?
Well, it's the Catalan culture. They have their own language, their own traditions, their own customs. They're proud of that, and they won't let you forget it because they're very protective.
Yep.
But they're neat people, aren't they? I mean, they're so creative. Look at all the artistic minds, the creative minds that came from this city. There's Gaudí, Dalí, Miró.
So how does that come? I mean, where does that come from?
The inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, is it something in the Mediterranean, from France, from ancient Rome, the salt, the sand, the sea, the air?
The mountain range.
The mountains. Notice that once they get that inspiration, no matter how popular they get from that inspiration, they never want to leave Barcelona.
They love their Barcelona.
Speaking of never leaving Barcelona, I want you guys to see this fountain. It's called the Fountain of Canaletas. And they say that if you drink from this, you fall in love with Barcelona. No matter how far you stray, you will always come back. And I personally will always come back, I think. But I think we should drink to Barcelona.
Let's do it.
We gotta go. We'll see you next time on Travelers.
See ya.
Bye.
Ooh. That's a lot.